Morning. Welcome to the Green Onions Podcast. I am Common Sense Gurl.
And I am Noah.
And this is the podcast where we throw out a little nonsense.
A whole lot of sense.
And a whole lot of laughter.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
Woo-hoo.
How you doing today, Anna?
Good. I feel like I haven't seen you in like a whole 4 hours.
Yeah. Well, like, you literally woke me up today, and I'm, like, meeting people, and I have to wipe the crust out of my eyes, and that felt... She's literally been here the past hour with my whole morning routine, which is the first 4 seconds of chop suey. Wake up! And then nothing else after that.
Literally.
Pound as many liquids as I can.
You do. You have a crap ton of liquids. You had like 2 juices, your water, your Powerade.
Yeah.
I'm just like, ooh, that's a lot of liquid.
My green juice, my cubed up spinach No, that's not.
He wishes he was doing like
I
the last
wish.
part. Oh my goodness. But yeah. We had a late night last night. We just talked and had friends over and
we made the burgers.
Yes, they were
Those
very
were
good.
phenomenal.
Yes, we put Ian in the kitchen. He's welcome.
Chefed it up.
Yes, he did. It was
I
really
broiled
good.
the buns, minced up some garlic, put the butter on it, put that on, broiled them.
He only did the bread.
I only did the bread.
He only did the bread. I just know I'm like, you only did the bread. Like, I mean, the burger was like the thing
That
there.
burger, the cheese, and I'm over here talking about what I did to the bun.
Right. I mean, that's why I didn't say nothing about my salad. Like, it was just a salad. Like,
That was really good too. I'm a big fan of just salads. My dad made chimichurri the last time he was here, so you gotta lemon, shrimp, and then you gotta unhydrate it with the lemon. I don't know how it works, but it was so good. So throwing them chopping up a bunch of fresh stuff, throwing it in a bowl, and then mixing it up and throwing some vinegar or something on it.
yes.
Yeah,
Yummy.
I'm down for it. Except cabbage. That's the one part of being Polish that hasn't or wherever I'm from, Eastern European, that hasn't hit me yet. I don't like cabbage. I don't like that stuff yet.
Well,
Do you like cabbage?
I do. I love cabbage. That's why I'm like, oh, okay. I grew up on cabbage and greens
Really?
and stuff, but my family's originally from the South. Number 1, 2. My dad's family and even my grandmother's family were sharecroppers, so
Yeah.
That's
Well, I'm always figuring out different. My parents did the ancestry thing, so you know how the more people that get it done, the more yours updates.
yeah.
So for half of my life, I thought I was Irish, strictly,
And
then
they were like, surprise!
No. So they found somebody in the mix that's nope, you're 25% something else. And I was like, oh, crap. So
Well, at least
that
you're
was
not
a rude
black.
awakening.
At least it didn't just turn out hey,
I wish.
you're
No.
50% black. Like, what?
No, it's 4%.
You're 4% black?
I don't know where that happened, but.
Oh, somebody owned a slave. I'm sure.
And then. All right.
Somebody.
So welcome to it's a beautiful September day.
Today's October. No, I'm just joking.
I wish it was. My birthday's on. Never mind. It's a beautiful September day. And.
It's a beautiful.
It's a beautiful night. All right. Sorry, I just got very distracted. Anna's watching me be distracted.
Yeah.
For our audio listener, she's... Why? I almost changed the seating arrangement based on how distracted I knew I was going to be this morning. So,
And he acts like he doesn't have this big window. Like he can't just kind of just tilt his head just a little bit.
I know, but then it messes with the audio quality of the Green Onions podcast. And we have producers and managers. We got to impress them, Anna.
Yes.
They're
I
funding
totally
this
worry
whole
about
thing.
I totally worry about impressing them. We're the stars of the show. We employ you. Yeah. We know how I'm going to be in the future. I don't give a damn.
No, but, hey.
Hey, boo boo.
Hey, boo boo.
What about that food for thought?
Yes. So the food for thought today comes from the Daily Stoic, It's, again, by Ryan Holiday. I'm going to continue to say that because I don't want people to think it's my words. The first one is Epictetus, which I figured out how to say. Yeah. Discourses 2.10.1, and the quote is, "Consider who you are, above all a human being, carrying no greater power than your own reasoned choice, which oversees all other things, and is free from any other master." And then, the little quote by Ryan Holiday says, "The psychologist Viktor Frankl spent 3 years imprisoned in various concentration camps, including Auschwitz. His family and his wife had been killed, his life's work destroyed, his freedom taken from him. He quite literally had nothing left. Yet, as soon as he discovered, after much thought, he still retained one thing, the ability to determine what suffering meant. Not even the Nazis could take that from him. Further, Franklin realized that he could find positives in his situation. Here was an opportunity to continue testing and exploring his psychological theories and perhaps revise them. He could still be of service to others. He even took some solace in the fact that his loved ones were spared the pain and misery that he faced daily in that camp. Your hidden power is your ability to use reason and make choices, however limited or small. Think about the areas of your life where you are under duress or weighed down by obligation. What are the choices available to you day after day? You might be surprised at how many there actually are. Are you taking advantage? And are you finding the positives?" I gotta start.
Let's break that down. Okay.
Sorry, I had a burp the last paragraph, and that was my oof. So I'm sorry for the listeners of the Green Onions podcast.
What was the first question? I want to break this down.
His first question?
Yeah.
Is, what are the choices available to you day after day? Or what are the choices available to you day after day?
I think for me, when I wake up in the morning, you thought I was going to quote Kesha. No, I wasn't.
I woke up in the morning feeling... Did she say P. Diddy there?
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't age well.
No.
Kesha goes to the Diddy parties.
She don't know more. Nobody do.
I'm sorry, Kesha. That's a great album. That's your best album.
She's
on the clock. Okay.
She's one of those really talented people too who don't get enough credit. But anyways,
exactly.
I
think
whole
album was bangers, and that came out of okay. What do you think? What consider the?
I think sometimes if you wake up in the morning, you
feeling like P. Diddy.
Feeling like P. Diddy. You gotta think about what could I have done better.
Well, that's actually, it did age well. That's really deep. That's why she was on the life course. She woke up one morning feeling like P. Diddy, and he probably has a lot of regret and shame based on when he wakes up. I'm
sure. But also, I think just in a normal everyday in our lives, we do no matter what we're going through, we do need to kind of just wake up and think of. Let's say you're going through, I don't know, let's say depression. You got to kind of sit down because people know when they're going through depression.
Yeah.
You need to kind of sit down, probably write in a diary, get in your own head and think of, okay, I'm feeling like X, Y, and Z because of X, Y, and Z. What is the positive, the pros and cons? It's almost like you got to write down a list.
Well, you got to find, you got to find the root of it.
Yeah.
It's like a plant. If there's a problem with the root, the whole thing's going to rot. So you got to try to get into the inner.
Yeah, and the positives.
The innards of yourself and think. So, but then it has to be a conscious choice.
To find the positive in it.
And be positive.
And really, and that's where I think.
Especially if you have a depressive brain where you think negatively all the time, to where it's hard sometimes to hyperfixate on the positives genuinely.
Yeah.
Because there's, I'm rewatching Ted Lasso, and there's this really cool thing that I didn't notice the first time watching it. how he covers up all his crap.
Yeah.
With, like, being so positive and, like, being the most likable guy in the world. But there's an episode in the first season where he's, like, in the hotel and he's, like, drunk and he's not doing well. And Nate opens the door and he snaps at him. Because, like, you can only hold up that mask for so long.
Yeah.
And you have to, like, you have to understand that you can't stuff everything else down and then put a blanket over it with being the best person to the audio listeners, quote unquote, that you think you are being.
Yeah.
You got to deal with the crap. And you got to make a choice to understand that it's all a scale. You got to load both ends of the scale.
And I think a lot of that's why mindfulness, being mindful, and yoga and sound baths have become so popular.
Well, sauna for me.
Yeah.
When I'm in there, I'm doing like stretches. Like it's 180 and I'm like trying to stretch
and
out.
you're focused on what is happening. You're in that present.
It's meditation for me. I listen to jazz in there. I've currently been listening to Mingus in the sauna, and it's the I'm trying to give you an ad. It's called The Black Saint and the Sinner Lady, but Mingus in the sauna is great. That's what you were listening when you came over yesterday.
Yeah.
It was the really jazzy record on. But yeah, it's meditation for me. Everybody needs that thing where like the world can kind of fade away for a second.
Exactly, and I think that is.
But that's a conscious choice. Like,
towards the end, I think that's, with the questions is basically finding the positive. Because it's not hard for people to be negative. It's not hard.
Oh, it's a really quick pitfall.
And I like to think I don't really have a depressive mind, but it's not hard for me to find the negative first.
Well, it's also like stubbing your toe. Like, I'm going to be angry first. Or have you ever, like, walked out a door and then you, like, hit your elbow and you just want to, like, go crazy on that door frame that doesn't have any feelings or any emotions, and I'm like, oh, and it's like that. I think I've never felt more fury than when I'm walking out a door and like it hits me back.
Right.
Like, what did I do to the universe to get hit by this door frame right now?
Instead of probably saying something like, "Thank God I have feeling in this arm to feel this."
Exactly.
Instead, we're like, this damn door.
Well, like, most of my days I have, like, certain stuff I can calculate the pitfalls pretty well. Mm-hmm. Except that door frame. Except that door frame. I don't know what.
That darn door. That darn door.
Do you want the next question, or?
I think it led into something about positives.
Well, day after day, you might be surprised at how many there actually are. Are you taking advantage? Are you finding the positives? Yep.
I like to think I am.
I like to think I am too. Or a lot of people aren't even caring or taking a conscious effort to try to find them.
And
so
I think that's where we
right.
have those constantly negative Nancys, the people that bark and complain a lot. So I think those hoes aren't,
Now, there was really cool notation on this. These books are written on. They aren't mine. But there's one thing that's written on here from
Papa Mays.
And he said, he underlined, which oversees all things and is free from any other master. And then it says, am I, food to habits and opinions of others. And that, I think, in and of itself, could have a page written about it. Just, like, are we food to our habits? Like, habits are something that don't have feelings, but, like,
we are.
They are the ones that kill, you know what I mean? So,
we are.
And opinions of others, though, it's the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Because people be taking that crap to heart, like it's fact.
Holy crap.
Like, who are you to tell me I'm pretty? Who are you to tell me I'm this, I'm that? Yeah. And honestly, hello, that is why we have these kids and even adults that are, so reliant on what their Instagram and social media feed is saying. They're like, oh, this must not be great. Oh, hey, you got 5 negative comments and a whole bunch of positive. Why are you worried about this person? honestly, if you look on their page, they have nothing going on, honey. They over there preying on you. And so why are you letting them take from you and bring you down to their level? We are meant to be elevated. Yeah. God wants us to be boom.
Yes, man.
Explosive, babe. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the thing about it for me is just the genuinity. It's just this, like, it's hit a point where everybody's overthinking social media so much and trying to be hyper genuine that there is no genuinity anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And there's not, like, this is just who I naturally am, and I'm going to throw this post together. Every frickin' post I see is some bullshit trying to sell me something, or your manufactured version of how you want to be cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like, there is no genuine artistry anymore. And that's why, like, when stuff rolls around that's actually, like, it's so easy for me to point it out. I don't know. I've always, like...
Is it because you're an artist so you can see it and you're just like, that is where I'm trying to not be?
Yes. Everybody... So, the guy was, like, the manager or whatever. He just had a studio that I was working at. And he was one of the older dudes that was like, okay, make a TikTok on it. Make 40 TikToks. No.
Yeah, ain't nobody got no time for that, honey.
Do you think there's any art in a TikTok? Some of them there are. But, like, to promote something, do you think there's any art in a TikTok? No. And, like, also, I don't think any of the artists I respect and look up to would be pandering and selling themselves
on TikTok
like that, like they're a cheap piece of meat. I'm trying to make stuff that's high quality, and like if they want to tune in, they want to tune in, and when they realize that you know what I mean, like, yeah, I'm not going to cheapen it by putting it out a billion times. I think the world is a lot smaller than people actually think. I think.
Yeah, mentally,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
No, I mean, like, you know how...
Everybody wants to be like everybody.
You know how you run into that person at Target and you're like, wow, I didn't expect to see them. No. It's a small world. You know that phrase? Yes. It's a small world. Wow, it's so good to see you. Blah, blah, blah. No, I think it's a lot smaller, and then Instagram and shit have made it seem like...
It's big.
So there's not more repercussions. But, like, when you think about it, it's a lot smaller than you think. Because everybody in my life listens to this podcast, you know what I mean? So it's like...
Clearly, we don't have a whole lot.
Between the two of us. To the 4 Green Onions listeners.
Right.
Thank you so much for tuning into LA, San Bernardino today.
It's funny, we've been all over Cali.
Have we?
We've been everywhere.
Like every time I just say something. Oh, that lotion smells so good.
He's over here sniffing this Dr. Teal. He's like, oh. But, that was a good one.
Did I just ramble too long? That was a good one. No. Okay.
No. So, Noah. What is on the agenda to cook for dinner tonight?
Oh, that's a good question.
Clearly, I'm hungry.
I can give you one of the sandwiches I made.
What kind of sandwich did you make?
So
as you're over here meal prepping at 4 a.m. in the morning.
So you left last night. It was like 3. No, it was earlier than that. I played 2 games of 2 games.
I don't know. I know I texted you when I got home. Like you buy the 83-cent bread at Kroger, the one that's like discounted. You throw it in the fridge, but then you broil it, butter, and then roast beef, bacon. I cook the rest of the bacon, and then jalapenos, mayo, and then lettuce and tomatoes. Just kidding. I don't put those on. But if you want them, yeah, because I was like, some of that's gonna be soggy as a mofo.
No. But yeah.
Did you already put the mayo on it? Okay.
No, I mean, I made it for me. I have another one in there, but I just don't have bacon. I meant to buy a pack of bacon yesterday. I didn't know bacon came in such weird variety of pieces. There's like a bacon for like 25, like a 25 pack of bacon, and then there's like 6 pieces. It's like, what? Where's the middle ground there?
6-piece bacon? Is that pre-cooked bacon?
No, it was like 10 on mine.
Oh.
No, it was like the one we made last night for the burgers.
Oh. I don't know. I always buy big packages of bacon, like, because whenever
That's why I was surprised, because I thought what I had bought was a big pack of bacon, and then I'm like,
not a lot.
there's only 10 slices in here, and they deceive it to where like you got to peel it apart, and then you're like, wait, there's less than I think.
You've got hosed.
You got burnt here. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
No, but it was on sale.
Exactly. It was on sale.
I have been doing that though. It's weird
Sales?
to be. This year has been a year of like becoming an adult in the aspect of I go to the grocery store and I'm looking at the tag and I'm being like, okay, my code that I put in at the cash register, how much money would it knock off? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just never thought, like, it's like Peter Pan. I want to remain somewhat in touch to my childhood. It's like walking into Home Depot and being like, oh, look, knobs. When you do that, you're dead. Like, your youth is dead. You're dead as a kid. I don't know. I want to.
I mean, you can be in touch with your childhood, but as far as bills and stuff, you will have to definitely pay it.
I gotta deal
so
with
it's
that.
So suck that up, Buttercup. If you want to be in touch with your childhood, go to the park and go down the slide, and that's about as good as it's probably gonna get.
Or play basketball. I'm gonna do that after this. You were asking me that. That's what I'm gonna.
No, I was asking you about dinner.
Oh,
I was not asking about what you were gonna do
let's
after
do
this.
Mexican.
Mexico. I'm actually going to a
Margaritas.
wedding, and I don't know if they're having us this wedding, so hopefully something yummy. Remember, I had a whole day
No, I know.
because it was
but
like
where-
podcast talking. It's in Dixon.
Oh.
We're gonna drop the little minions off after the soccer game
That's
at the
pretty.
daycare, which I'm so excited about. That's the highlight of the day. Not even the go to the wedding and dress up and see someone,
No.
fall in love and get married. It's not that. It's dropping them little minions off. I'm like, yeah, party time.
Well, that's the thing. I went to a wedding. I was in a friend of mine's like party, and it was in kind of like a Dixon spot, like farther out, but like gorgeous. You know what I mean, scenery wise. And so I was. And those small towns, like you get out of whatever environment you're in, and you like feel like a different small town, like Stars Hollow, Gilmore Girls environment, and it's just so cool. Like it's so refreshing to the soul.
Everybody says hello, hello neighbor, hello neighbor.
Or it's,
I leave it to Beaver moment.
yeah.
Hi neighbor, hi Jane, hi Robert.
Man.
Yes.
We figured that out last night, that there's, like, It's a Wonderful Life and
It's a wonderful life.
Holiday Inn are, like, a certain type of movie that I just grew accustomed to.
Yeah.
And that I thought everybody had seen. And then I thought everybody had seen the Wiz Khalifa Snoop Dogg high school movie also. And then...
No,
Friday. Everybody's seen Friday.
Well, everybody did at the table did see Friday, but as far as the whole, no, bro.
You remember the Wiz Khalifa Snoop Dogg movie?
Yeah, but I never watched it.
Oh, I never either. I just got... Well, they instruct you in the first 5 minutes of the movie, an animated joint walks across the screen, and it goes, you need to get as high as possible to watch this movie. And I did. So I technically saw it, but
You don't
I
remember
clocked
it?
back in at the last 5 minutes.
Exactly. You got too high.
Well, that's what he told me to do. The animated joint told me.
He wasn't very descriptive in his instructions.
He was not very... He was not
He said
very...
get high, but not too high.
Exactly.
It's like go low, medium low. You should have been at 350, not on broil.
High school Noah was like, oh, yeah, animated joint on the screen? That's who I'm going to listen to. No, probably not a good idea, Noah. Or like when I watch Family Guy, why am I relating with Brian? It's like, no, probably not.
Right, Brian's like a whole
He's the worst one. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness. Peter.
Right.
Peter Griffin.
Or what was that? Like on my like when I'm swiping, my For You page has turned into like strictly SpongeBob stuff. But like old like Prime, like in that window of like the cool stuff. And like there's like my favorite line in it is when Squidward's like talking to him. And I don't know what they thought of because it doesn't go anywhere, but it pans to SpongeBob just walking real cool like, and then he goes, "Who put you on the planet?" And it's like it's like, I don't know, SpongeBob. Thank you for like opening my mind up to such a deep existential thing, you know?
Yeah, you're probably relating to the wrong stuff.
And then,
but it's cool.
And then my friends, they didn't let their kids watch it because they lived in Bikini Bottom. And I didn't realize until 12 that there were such thing as Bikini Bottoms.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Yeah, and they have panty raids too, and SpongeBob too, as well.
The panty raid?
That's where I had to question. I was like, hold on, is this for kids? No. Nickelodeon was just slick. They was throwing that in there.
Well, you gotta think about it. That's
like the guy, I can't remember.
Well, animators in general, like Courage, I think even regular show, like, I think Cartoon Network in particular, because they ain't diddling shit. Like, SpongeBob, maybe. They're a part of it. But Cartoon Disney... Network, they're open to, like, hiring people that are probably a little far out there. But just because, like, Courage is scored like a horror movie. Like, who would think that about a kid's show? And kids are very susceptible. You can just make them watch anything.
Some of the Disney movies. I can't remember which movie it is, but one of them, like, the character has, like, a boner. Like...
Okay, not intentional. Look that up. Not intentionally.
Not intentionally. You're drawing this person. It had to be some kind of intent.
Jamie, look that up.
You didn't know how to take the eraser and...
Jamie's looking up if there's a boner in a Disney movie.
Jamie kind of slow. We just hired Jamie. Jamie, you better get fired. Unemployment. Actually, you won't get it because you haven't been here long enough.
Oh, we just got the call. You gotta go. I'm sorry. Anna didn't like you.
Here's your more like your white slip. We can't afford color right now. No color paper there.
That's why you're getting fired, so we can afford color paper.
Because it's so important. Oh my gosh. Oh, blessed be. Let's see.
No, but like Adventure Time, for example, I did like a huge...
There you go.
You're a joke. Wait, hold on.
Yes. Anyway, looked it up. The Noah. Jamie, you are wackadoodle. But,
no, that's his feet, bruh. He's a dwarf.
That ain't that.
No, that looks like a penis.
Told you.
Damn. Okay.
I know they can jack us.
Can I get one head of something that like I used to like as a kid that's not like a psycho weirdo? Can I get one? It's just been like a cruel, real, like, it's like glass breaking over my head. It's like, nope, can't like that anymore. Psh, nope, psh, nope. It's like, I just want to listen to Kanye. He made Graduation. You know what I mean? Why
I'm sitting over here
why do I have to think about all my ethics when I'm like trying to consume media now?
See, I thought Lion King and Aladdin was fine.
Yeah. Okay, I am for the Mufasa prequel. Even if it's live action, who cares?
I don't want to see no live stuff. Not when it comes to LionKing.
But it's a Mufasa prequel. No, but it's like, I thought the live action one was pretty.
No, it was, but I guess because I've originally seen it animated. So can we just kind of go old school and go animation, and then you can do live action later on in life?
They can't do animation like the original one anymore. That's like drawn. So I'm not watching.
You mean no one draws anymore?
I'm not watching a Lion King that's in the animation style of Moana.
I would.
You would?
Yeah, I like good artistry.
Well, I watched Lion King like a million times. And that's why the story of Lion King, when I thought live action, I was like, okay, that'll actually be kind of cool. Like, he gets trampled by wildebeests. I was like, I get to see that live action. It's just they need more money in the CGI team because it's not as good as they think it is. It's not satiating the public.
These kids are going to be in therapy, okay?
It's not satiating the public.
It's not about them, it's about me.
Huh?
It's about me. I don't care about the other people. It's about me. What do I want?
Oh, yeah.
Okay? It's what I want.
Well, it's not satiating me. Pause.
Didn't I just say it's about me?
Wait, it's not about me either? Like, when I go to the movie, it's not about me. It's about you, even if you're not there. So when I went to Twister last month, and we had...
About me. About me.
It was 2 months ago. Shout out that movie.
Oh, it was 2 months ago. Whoop, whoop. Almost 2 months ago. Because what was that, our second episode? First episode, we didn't talk about it. It's like second.
No, it was the first. It was that day. Holy crap.
Ooh.
Time is just flying over here at the Green Onions Podcast. Are you tuned in? Our sponsor today is...
Jamie, who just got
Doritos.
fired. Doritos. Jamie just got fired and then rehired. He brought himself back in.
He walked in with a band, and I was like, okay.
You're in. You're rehired to pay yourself.
No, there was this really funny... never mind. I'll tell you after.
I was like, okay. I was like, let me laugh. I want to be there too.
Jamie, look that up. No, I'm just...
He's like, what, your brain cells?
Man, yeah. I need like a plus 40.
A plus 40 what?
Brain cell juice. Let's make brain cell juice. I was thinking about that. So this says...
I don't know who he's like. I need a plus 40. I'm almost there.
No, like nutrition facts on labels, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it says serving size 1 bottle.
Yeah, but how many people in this 1 bottle can drink this bottle?
No, but it says 1 bottle. For a day? For like a week? And that's what I'm thinking about, because I had this thought the other day. I'm like, when do the effects of this 1 bottle wear off to where maybe I can get another one? It doesn't give me a time frame until I can consume the next one.
So you need a time frame
to drink Powerade is what I'm saying. But that's like with every drink. Why does it not have like it'll wear off in an hour? You know? Is that just a me thought?
That should be the disclaimer.
It wears off in
Yeah. And then
Gatorade, new ad campaign. It wears off.
Exactly. And I think with the 1 bottle, though, you need to tell me how many people can share this bottle. Like, because I know 8 ounces. Think about it. That's 1 cup. So the 1 bottle, how many people can drink it?
Probably 1.
How many ounces is it?
But this was in 2022, so I just drank some.
How many ounces in front of the bottle?
How do you read ounces?
In the front of the bottle.
Oh. It's 1.25 pints, so 20 fluid ounces.
20 fluid ounces, divide that, so you can get about 2.5.
Oh, it was produced at the Coca-Cola Company in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, that's the dirty South.
I've been there like 4 times. I love that place.
So 2.5 people can drink that. Have you ever been to the Coke
Museum?
No, I don't even drink Coke.
I am a big person, so I'm pretty sure I'm good. But there's a part of the Coke Museum where you walk in, and they have like soda fountains from different countries, and you get to try. Like, they have crazy flavors everywhere. So they have like a soda fountain from Japan, Germany, like. And that's it's awesome. So fun. It's like, and you get like a taste test cup, and you just walk around, and you're like, psh. It's like a wine tasting of sodas.
That's pretty cool.
It's like my dream to have that in my house.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, We wouldn't even make it to the kitchen, and you got everybody test, try, and drinks. They're like, nah, I'm too full to eat.
No.
So 2.5, you can get 2.5, 8 ounces out of that. Powerade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just 2 times 8 is 16. Plus the 4.
But the serving size says 1 bottle. And when does it wear
yeah,
off?
that's not really like a serving size, though. That's what I don't understand, the whole 1 bottle thing. But if you look on a actual water bottle, it's 16.9, and it says you can get about 3 servings out of that.
Wait, but... Okay, let's get off this. I'm confused.
Maybe because I've taken a lot of nutrition and dietitian classes. I'm like...
I should probably be listening more, but I just got that, like... That felt like you were explaining to me what X was, and I was like, "Yep, nope."
Too much geometry,
No.
too much. You're over here worrying about when does this wear off.
So I can drink the next one.
Yeah, it's not like a pain pill in your life. When am I going to feel all this pain again?
When I can slowly feel it currently, but when can I like nurse it again?
Oh my goodness. So, what you work tomorrow? It's this Sunday.
It's Sunday? I do work tomorrow, yeah. Wow, it took me a second to think about it.
Well, normally because we record on a Friday instead of recording on a Saturday morning.
It's like a grayscale at this point.
Yeah, literally.
We just find it. Mm-hmm. I figured out that like it's like a...
Whenever the mood hits.
No, it's a abacus. And like certain stuff leans a certain way, and I just have to accept that that's how life is. But we have priorities. People have priorities. You can't like put yourself higher on the priority list than...
No, clearly
I have to.
I want to.
Yeah, me too. We're just not at that stage yet.
I don't want to be retired by the time I get to that stage.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm trying to put myself on that big priority list right now.
Sheesh, me too.
I am number 1.
Number one.
You the best. You're like, what is wrong with them? We tired. We sleepy.
No, we're not.
Oh, dude.
I like the morning ones better, I think. It makes me feel...
No, you said you like the night ones.
I'm very swayable.
Right now it's morning, so he's like, it's such a beautiful day out there, so I love the morning ones.
And after this, we're having a great conversation, and then we have productive days, you know?
I don't know we have productive days, but that was nice that you...
Positive thoughts, Anna, what we talk about at the opening.
Oh, no, it's definitely positive that we're not going to have a productive day. Positive, yes.
It's positively negative. It's positively empty. Glass empty.
Right. Let's talk about people and their generosity of people. Because...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't believe in, like, tipping. Like, you know, waitresses...
I had an experience last week, and it was somebody I didn't like off jump of meeting them, and somehow we ended up at dinner. And I'm just sitting there, and he's like one of the stock fun guys. Like, just you want to punch him on impact. He's like, yeah, I own like 4 businesses, and like half of my stock is in Bitcoin. And I was like, oh my God. It was like an unbearable conversation. And throughout the dinner, the food was amazing. But throughout the dinner, he was telling me, he's like, this is a spot I go to all the time. I love this place. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Which I'm trying to like this guy. Like I'm...
Trying to, you know.
Yeah. And we were with a group. So I'm it's easy to be like kind of chameleon for me sometimes. And so he's saying about how much he likes it. Mind you, it's at his place that I have to stay. And we got up to leave, and I'm a tipper. Like, I tip big.
Right,
always.
same.
I always do like 100%, or like maybe 80. Because I know what it's like to be in service. You know what it's like to be in service.
Yeah.
It sucks. Mm-hmm. And I like write my tip, and then I look over because he's sitting next to me, and I see his check. And it has 0.00 on it.
Douchebag.
Well, not just like a line or a zero, because I would get that, or cash. 0.00.
Yeah.
The intent of that, I knew. I drove home. Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
I'm not staying there. Fuck you. I want to hit you immediately. And then I drove 6 hours that night, along with driving 6 hours there, because I just like felt so mad about that situation. I don't know. Maybe it's the service thing where.
No, I just think even if you don't get the best service.
No, the food was phenomenal. And the whole time he's like, yeah, this shit's great. And I'm like, yeah, it is great. Thanks for taking us here. And I'm a good person, you know? Mm-hmm. So I'm very like, and then for him to put on this front like he is, and then me look at his check and I'm like, it literally took, there was a minute period. She had to pull me up because I was like double taking.
But even if the service was bad, you still should tip. Like, I still think you should always tip, regardless.
Man, you don't know what they're going through that night. Like, what the unit is, what manager they have on at that point. Like, there's so many dynamics to working the service thing. And, like...
But it's just, like, you should always tip. It's just it's just a thing.
Always tip. Or not even always tip. Always be generous.
But then this mofo is over here bragging about what he does in his money. So you mean to him, you got money in your pocket and you're so selfish and greedy that you don't need no damn tip? Did I tell you I stopped talking to my sister for like 3 months when she tipped some guy like $1? And so imagine what I can do with this guy I just met and you tip $0.
No, but not 0.00.
And then
there's an intention with writing that .00 at the end.
And then you go there all the time.
Like that .00 makes me think you put yourself above everybody else when it's not your money. You told me when I walked in that your parents have all the money. So automatically I'm like, we're in bumfuckville, stupid place. And you're thinking owning property here is cool? And then you have the nerve to talk to me like I'm just some peon. Oh, no. And then tip 0.00. I almost tore that restaurant up. I was about to go behind the bar and just psh. No, I'm joking. I don't know. And it based on the other factors of that situation, it kind of just boiled up to a point.
But once again, like I say, people owe it to themselves to be good people.
And be generous. Yeah, and have an open heart. Now, tipping $1.
Hell no.
But you explain hey, I'm really tight right now. Blah, blah, blah.
Then you don't go.
I mean,
then you don't go. Then you don't go.
Exactly.
You don't go.
I agree.
If you can't tip appropriately.
Plan for a meal and put tip in the bill before you even go,
then don't go.
Yeah,
okay,
I agree with that.
People need to tip 15% or more of their bill. I'm sorry. It starts at 15 and go up.
Okay, how do you feel about at Jimmy John's when they
It's still 15%.
Really?
Yeah.
I do that too.
Actually. I always tip. Otherwise, I'm not going to order. I'm not going. It's embarrassing.
No, but I'm talking
about it's not
about
your card being
declined.
Places. Yeah, I'm going to tip.
When they hold it out. You do that?
Yeah, I tip. Now, the only time I don't tip, let me tell you when I don't tip. When I order online let's say, because in our town we have a Chinese restaurant. We also have a Japanese restaurant. And I have to go. They don't deliver, so I have to go and pick it up.
Which one?
Huh?
Is it
It's a Chinese place in my little small town.
Okay, cool.
But I have to go and pick it up. I got to get out the car. They don't even do curbside. I have to get out the car. Why am I giving you a tip? And you are the owner. You're the owner that's fixing the food. You're getting all the cheese.
Anna.
So I don't.
You're thinking about the wrong thing here.
So I don't tip them.
That's crazy. Just to say they don't have car. I always walk in.
Well, if
I don't.
Well, I order online. That's why I.
No, but that's
think
the thing.
Weird.
When I order online, I used to order online at Drake's a lot. I would get the burgers, and I walk in and I'd be like, "I'm here for my order," and I just stand at the host stand. Mm-hmm. I've never done the car stuff, so that's funny.
Yeah, well, some people will come. If you go to Crumble, they'll bring it to your car. And if I know if I have them bring it to my car, I'm going to tip them.
She is very demure.
Demure. This is little Nana. She just walked across the little thing with her
little old lady
doggy.
walking her little Dotson.
She ain't gonna pick up that ish on the ground. But
wait, did he poop? And she didn't pick it up?
He's about to.
Yes, she will.
But
I gotta bet. Hey, think of the positive.
I bet she ain't gonna bend down and pick it up. Okay, I'm positive she will not.
The 4 knee replacement.
But like Crumble, like if I have them bring the cookies to the car, yes, I'm going to tip because you're going above and beyond out your way.
Yeah. Because
I'm too lazy to go in the store. First of all, it's literally right there. I don't know how lazy you can get, but don't worry, I've had those moments. So,
I do. But I literally last week was just on the couch. I was just on the couch, and I ordered Shake Shack, and I spent $40 and had this person like, I said, leave by the door, and I just sat there for like 30 minutes, just like I was watching Barry, which also I finished it in the past week, and it's a great show. So if anybody wants a show to watch, Barry's great. It's about a hitman that deals with confidence issues.
Yes.
And becomes an actor. Yeah, HBO.
HBO, yeah.
It is a little violent, but
I like violence.
It's kind of like mixed with, it's Bill Hader.
Comedy. It has exactly. Some comedy in it.
Which I'm very late to the party on this. I had somebody tell me like 4 years ago that I need to watch it, and now I am. Which is usually how I do media stuff. I don't. Like every Cardi album, like Playboy Cardi, I hate for like a year and a half, and I'll listen to a whole lot of Red like back to back to back now because I just love it. Or even his like the I Love It song, his verse. I hate the whole rest of the song, but his verse, and if you read the lyrics to what he's saying, that's very inaudible. It's brilliant. I don't know why. I didn't think my arc as a human would put me at a point of liking Playboy Cardi, but yeah.
It's kind of funny you said your arc and your name is Noah.
Oh.
Haha. I'm so sorry.
No, there's that Soprano scene that I sampled in like the new song I have. Mm-hmm. And he's like, he's talking to Polly, Chris. He's like, where's my arc, Polly? Because he's like, trying to write a screenplay.
Yeah.
And Polly's like, you know who had an arc? Noah. And then that was like the end of the song.
Okay.
Which I still haven't seen Sopranos.
Really?
I've seen episodes. Like I know the premise and where it ends up.
Yeah, but it's good stuff.
Yeah, I know. I need to like sit there and actually watch it. That's my next one.
And that's the thing, like.
But I've seen like Breaking Bad like 6 times.
It's a bingeable show.
Yeah. If you find a pocket in that show, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Until your eyes close and then you wake up the next day. It's like.
Exactly.
There's some shows when they get you hooked, it's done.
It's going down for real.
It's like doom scrolling. It's super easy to. It's really easy to trick the human mind, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's crazy how easy
we gullible.
Very. But Breaking Bad's a great show.
Breaking Bad is a great show. I don't know.
Man, I didn't know there was a show about Brad Pitt's therapy sessions.
Not yet, but he's probably got
Breaking
a reality.
Brad.
Yeah, he's probably got a reality show. I mean, if you can stay married to Angelina Jolie, you right. You need some therapy.
What's she talking about? She's fine as hell. You don't think she's pretty?
No, she has a great heart. I love that about her. But
you haven't seen Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yes, I have.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Mm-mm.
Wait, they broke up.
I know, but they were married enough and together enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, Brad Pitt after his divorce was at the Frank Ocean concert. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
No, so Frank Ocean, when he dropped Blonde, he was doing that tour.
Yeah.
Which, like, one of the greatest albums of all time. Well, quote unquote. Depends who you tell. But, he went to a show because he had just divorced Angelina, and he like really was like thinking about and that album was a comfort to him. So when he went to Frank's show, he put like a VHS camera on him, and he was the one like on the phone. Frank told him on stage, he's like, just look like you're on the phone and be sad. And he just like, the song he loved was playing, it was Siegfried, and he's just playing it, and he's like, and on the main screen at the concert, it's just Brad Pitt, just like, it was great. I love all the lore. There's lore to shit. People you gotta understand the lore. Bless you.
I coughed and he said bless me, but the Lord will.
I do it with everybody. Every bodily function that happens. If you fart, I'll say bless you.
Bless you. Bless you, child. Bless you. Who were we talking to? No, you were talking to someone, and you told me they said they didn't believe in karma.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
I agree.
That's very weird. Like, who doesn't...
There's a point for me where I gotta believe in something bigger than myself. I can't just be in a constant pocket of thinking I'm the only, like, thing that matters or, like, is controlling things. I gotta give up some responsibility somewhere.
But who can think? Let's just think about when you do something you shouldn't do that is negative. I'm not saying it's going to come back to you in the same form that you gave it out, but there's some kind of consequence somehow, some way.
Yeah, and I think that's like fundamentally like narcissism. Like if you don't think, or also you got to view it in the way of maybe it's how you were raised and you don't know that this is a bad thing. Is that something that could come across the table there?
I think people know when things are good and bad.
You get that gut instinct.
Yeah.
You're like, this is not...
The thing is,
like,
do you own it? Do you own that this is not a great thing?
I used to shoplift when I was very young. And it made my heart beat fast. And I
like it.
I won't do it now because the heart beating fast, yes. And it's been like 10 years. I'm not 14 anymore. You know, when you go into Target and then put pants under your pants and the dress, you know what I mean?
Yes, I know people who do it, but Anna don't.
And
CSG
do
not do that.
The heart beating fast as a 14-year-old made me be like, oh, I'll do it again. And then you think about when you become like 16, what is this doing to my soul? And then you just never do it again. And that's like, but like you think, oh, I'm sticking it to a massive corporation.
Like, no, you're not really.
No, you're making it harder on the inventory for the employees.
You're jacking up the prices. Like, it's just a whole cycle of things.
That's why, like, yesterday it kind of clicked for me. It's like, I'm just going to, like, try to be good.
Yeah.
And, like, even if I do something wrong in the attempt of trying to be good.
Acknowledge it.
Well, take accountability. And then try to figure the right way to do it.
Yeah. Well, the first thing is acknowledging that it even happened to take that accountability.
Well, acknowledge to learn to how to deal with that situation when it comes across your plate next time, as opposed to, like, you gotta, karma's not, there's this thing with religion in general that's, like, strictly fear. Like, the first thing I learned about in Bible study is hell. Right? So it's like, it's this fear thing where you also got to think about, what about the love? Like, we have a book on the art of war, right? There is no book about the art of love. And 90% of the Bible is love. 100% of it.
Maybe that's why we don't have a book of love, because there's the Bible.
Well, there's so much, like, fear in it. And I don't think love contains any of that. And that's where my needles get crossed. Like, if I love somebody unconditionally, which, all that, I'm not going to, like, if I got to do what I got to do, I'm going to do it. If I got to, I'm not going to document it. Or, I there's this thing to me where it's like, we have just all this study on hurting people and war and there's no study into like, it's very harder to find a study into, an authentic study into human emotion and love. And that's why these kids are out here, don't know how to communicate, don't know how to, you know what I mean by that? Yeah. At all?
No, you're right. You're right.
That was one of the ideas I had. I always remember, Anna came over, and I'm talking to her, and I was like, I had 3 ideas today, and she goes, yesterday, and she goes, did you write them down? And I go, nope. And she's like, what were they? And I was like, I forgot. And what's funny is I remember them as I'm talking to you.
Well, that's great. I'm glad we triggered it. But yeah, no.
Synapses.
But even, and I don't want to think of karma as like it's always negative, but when you throw out good stuff and you're a good person, good things do happen to you.
No, but that's what I mean, yeah.
I think people look
I
at
went
it as
on a crazy tangent with that. I'm sorry.
I think people always think of it as negative, but I don't understand how you cannot think you doing something doesn't have a reaction.
No, and Isaac can say it for himself. Jamie, look that up. What did Isaac say? Every positive reaction has an equal and lesser known reaction, or whatever.
He's
whatever.
Isaac Newton, people, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, Jamie's getting fired again. He botched me telling me that.
Can we fire him? He came in here with a stack. I don't know. We just fired him like 30 minutes
We
ago.
fired him like 3 times.
Yeah, poor dude. Keep coming back.
Man.
He likes that abuse.
That's his kink.
Poor dude's got fired a lot on air.
There's a Sunny episode. I don't know why that made me think about it, but like Frank's in a dog cage and they're playing a board game, and one of the points, like if you lose the round, which they lost the round, one of the players has to eat a whole cake in a dog cage, but you have to eat every part of the cake, so he has to eat like a whole bag of flour.
Oh,
But it's like a side thing. Like the show's still going on. Frank's like Danny DeVito's just in this cage eating. And there's a point where Frank says something, and Dennis like kicks the cage and he goes, "Shut up, you dog!" And then he throws like his drink on him. And that's what it made me think about. What's his name? Jimmy? Jamie. He's in a dog cage right now. That
I'm
was
like
the
guy you
point of that.
fired. That's how fast you fired him. You forgot his whole name. I'm like Jamie.
Okay.
He's like, gotta sign mine.
We gotta have a different name than Jamie. Next episode we'll have a different name. The Joe Rogan podcast is great.
You're renaming the employee's government name. That is hilarious. He's gonna get a new name. It's gonna be like Nick. Like what?
No.
Like, I mean, wow.
Fantasia. Jebediah. Williamsburg. You know,
you're naming towns on the East Coast.
Jebediah is a town?
No, but Williamsburg is.
No, but on the conversation of karma, just understand. Don't think about karma for a second, but understand that, like, the universe has a way of balancing itself out. I'm a Libra, scales. Balance out the universe. Or try to. In the best way you possibly can.
I'm a fish.
Fish how?
I'm Pisces.
Water.
And supposedly I'm sensitive. I don't know about all that now. However, you know, my husband my husband's a Pisces too. I don't know how that works out, but yeah, they said we shouldn't marry each other, but it seemed to balance out because I'm not sensitive and none of that crap. I love water. He does not. He's like a desert. I don't know what sign that would have been, but I'm like, wow. And actually, I'm kind of fiery. Maybe I was just born the wrong time.
Yeah. No. Everybody's born at the right time.
No, I really don't think I listened. I think Lord was like, hey, you need to be born during a fire sign
I'm
time.
coming out now.
Right. And it just happened to be water sign. Yeah, I just went down that rainbow chute and I was like, I'm coming out. Yeah, so I probably, because I am not very Pisces-ish.
What I like about mine is like an object. It's not like a fish. Like, I like it's just scale. Like, balance it out.
You're a pretty balanced person. I can see that.
There's one with a pig. I don't know. Like a little warthog or whatever. No, they have, like, ligers and stuff as... I'm joking. Shout out to Napoleon Dynamite. Hey, all my Aries signs that are ligers, shout out in the comments.
They're probably like...
All my astrological ligers, let me know.
All my astrological. I can't wait. We're gonna, have more guests eventually. When the time comes. Our upcoming 2 guests that will be on in the next, what we got about, I don't know, a month for the next guest. We got time. But they're so awesome. Like, I'm so ecstatic about them. I am. I just can't wait. I'm so ecstatic.
No.
And I just can't.
The more people we can get once the check clears from the big guy, Bezos.
Oh, he said Bezos. I was like, Jesus?
Once we get the podcast endorsement from him, we'll be good. Then I can actually facilitate something. But until then, the guests are awesome. There are so many people that I wish I could have on this.
Now that I think about it, that's probably why we hired Jamie, because Jamie has done a great job lining that up for us.
You mean Jebediah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You named Jebediah Williamson-Bird.
Pink Slip.
Pimp name. That's the pimp name. Pink Slip.
Pink Slip. Hey, look that up, Pink Slip.
Right.
That's crazy.
That sounds like a date rape drink or something.
Oh, don't end it on that. Not after the conversation about karma.
You go to the club and they're like, hey, you want a pink slip? It's like, what is that?
Excuse me?
They're like,
no, I want to wake up tomorrow.
Like, that's a little vodka, it's a little this, and a little that, and a little who. Didn't Hornitos... Oh, you were about to do your advertisement. Hornitos. You were about to do your advertisement.
Hornitos?
Mm-hmm. Our sponsor today.
You mean Hurritos?
Hornitos.
Well, it's with a J. Joritos. It's Hurritos. It's not Horny Ritos or whatever you say.
I don't know what it is. Hornitos.
Was I doing the advertisement?
You were, and then you literally paused, and that was 30 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's really weird how I can... It's weird how I can remember that kind of stuff, but the stuff I really need to remember, I can't remember for crap.
Dude, right?
I'm like, why would I remember that? That's not even important.
And like, by the end of the day, right when you're about to fall asleep, it all just like...
Yes.
Boom. And
can't
it's like,
do nothing about it.
I didn't do that.
Can't do nothing about that now.
I gotta buy a coat rack. It's like, what the shit? Why am I having this thought
I knew there
right
was
now?
a reason why I was in
now
Target.
Now I'm wired and like wide awake.
And Target is closed. Let me get on the app and get that order so I can go pick it up. It'll be ready in 10 hours because that's when they open.
In the morning. And I will still be asleep. And I won't make it. I'll cancel that pickup. I swear. I do that
I had
so
to
many
do
times.
that. I had to cancel one of my pickups because I was just like,
I don't want to
how
go.
do I keep... Well, no, I went to the mall and I actually passed the Target several times in like a 3-day span. And it was just like, how come I can't remember to go pick up this order? I'm driving by it. Like, dude.
Yeah.
It just got to the point. I was just like, I'm going to have to go to the regular store and just go get my little,
thing.
I think I was getting cough medicine probably. 'Cause, I always need cough medicine. Cough medicine and antibiotics, I'm just a hot mess of snot. But, yeah, I couldn't remember for Jack Dilly Squat. But I can remember that you were...
Man, I think like 90% of us being humans is snot. Like, I wake up, I gotta blow my nose. I fall asleep, I gotta blow my nose.
Yeah, and they had the audacity they were made of water. That water would have thinned out my damn snot.
Yeah, right?
And I'm like,
right?
oh.
Why do you think I drink?
I know, look, I got this 64 ounces of bottle of water I'm about to drink.
I gotta grow up. Because my dad, he gets on me too about the plastic ones. I'll drink like 8 of those in a day, and that's terrible for the environment.
It is. And what makes it crazy is
I don't like water bottles though. Like like metal.
But it keeps your drink cold, and so many cool, pretty
My
ones.
fridge keeps my water cold, and I'm pounding a water like one of those little ones in like a minute.
But you can't take your fridge with you when you leave the house.
I'm going to fuel up on water before I leave. And hopefully the place I go has water.
But what if it's nasty water?
Oh, no, I'm not. Who cares?
But here's the sucky part.
Expose
you have actual Brita. So you should be, helping the environment just a little bit.
You're right.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have a hybrid, so I guess you're kind of, but you need to go further.
And everybody I train, I tell them to put it in the cardboard only spot when you throw stuff away. You
need to be an Al Gore.
All right. The sponsor of today's podcast is Doritos, Mandarin flavor specifically. We love your soda, real cane sugar. It's delicious, yummy, and satiates my mouth. Pause.
Funny story. I thought it was the tequila that you were. That's why I said what I said.
Oh, no. It's a soda.
Oh, it's the soda.
It was the one we had.
It was our soda. Okay. I don't know why I was like tequila.
I read like the first 2 lines of the script they gave me. I'm not reading the rest. Okay. We love you though. Thank you.
Yes.
I think we're on. Are we on the?
Banned in Mexico.
Are we on the sit on it?
No. We
got more points.
No, we don't. I was a liar.
Yeah, this is we have been running.
Oh, did I tell you what I told that little boy? Amari? About don't have the dang school call me unless he got a pulmonary embolism. Then he asked me what the pulmonary embolism was. And I said, if you don't know what it is, you don't have it.
What kind of hypochondriac?
He goes to the, nurse's office, and this hoe doesn't even check him. She just takes his word that he's having a pulmonary embolism. The hoe calls me, a.k.a. the nurse. She calls me, and I'm just like, I can't even be mad with him at this point because I'm like, you're the nurse. You shouldn't have called me first. You should have called 911. Like, if he's really having a pulmonary embolism. I knew the little mofo wouldn't have no pulmonary embolism. But anyways, I drive my ass to the school with my little head wrap on because I'm like, this ain't worth taking the head wrap off for. And I had to go put on a sports bra. Now we're putting on the wire bra. Go to the school. And he's like, I said, cough, blow your nose, drink some water, wash your hands, go back to class. We didn't even have to talk about it. I says, and it was the school nurse, the principal, the administrator, and the secretary, and the assistant principal.
Well, yeah, pulmonary embolism is happening.
And they were like, well, maybe, no. What, I'm going to talk. Y'all going to listen. Nurse, did you get out your little scope and listen? No. Okay. You're a certified nurse, right? You took state boards and all? Yes. That's how you become a nurse at a school. Okay, yeah.
Thank you for explaining this to me.
Yeah, I'm just like, bitch, I work in healthcare, so I already know this. I'm about to check your ass. Just wait for it, honey. Wait for it.
You're serving it up. You're like, I'm waiting for you to take the bait.
Yeah, I'm like, come on now. I said, so how do you know he had a pulmonary embolism? Well, he has asthma. I says, more so allergies and lack of blowing my nose and anxiety. Yeah. And okay, so, but even if you felt like he had an asthma attack, don't you think you should still get the scope out? Well, I just didn't, okay. Shouldn't you give him the inhaler? Well, I says, okay, listen. Don't ever, because it's called negligence, call me for some fake pulmonary embolism. You should have called 911. There ain't ish I can do about that happening. Yeah. Call 911. They can get to him. They got the sirens. They gonna go through every red light. I need to stop at some red lights. So you need to call them first. I should be the last on the totem pole. Call them, then God, or God and them at the same time. I'm the last person.
Or the Father or the Holy Spirit.
Yes, but I'm the last. I am the last.
Well, a pulmonary embolism, that's like...
Oh, that's hella serious.
That's a thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's like being like, I have seizures every Tuesday, casually. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, that's not a casual thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an issue. But like, I didn't want him to call because the day before that he had called.
She obviously like probably got certified in Louisiana or something.
No, that hoe from here. But
Yeah,
no, she
actually
the day before they had called my husband saying he had an asthma attack. So my husband just goes to the school, gives him the inhaler, and then I said, Jerry, did you feel his chest? He was like, yeah. He was like, it was a lot of wheezing in it. I said, in his chest. I said, whose lungs is in their damn chest? I says, that. I said, bro, that was his congestion because he doesn't cough all that snot up.
that's crazy.
I said, the boy is allergic to everything. Literally, he's allergic to like every tree, every flower.
Okay, but when I was that age, I had the allergy test, and they did the whole... I was allergic to everything.
Yeah, but that's
So,
what I'm
like-
saying. That's more allergies than it is asthma. The boy don't run because he ain't
yeah.
got no athletic bone in his body. Lord, the boy plays soccer and he walking. I said, who walks in soccer? This ain't walk it out. It's run, boy, run. Run like your life depended on it. And he'll look at me and wave. No, don't look at me and wave. Follow the ball. But, so I'm like,
Jeez.
you gotta do something to have an asthma attack. I mean, you ain't doing nothing. Your heartbeat is not going up at all. Like, at all. But no. So I had to tell him, the next morning, don't have a damn school call me unless you have pulmonary embolism. But his little jealous ass thought his sister was staying home. So he wanted to try to get home.
No.
But dude, if you're really having a pulmonary embolism, you're going to the hospital. You're not coming home and having...
No, and you're going to the
PB&J.
hospital for like a while. It's not like...
And you're getting
What's funny
mediocre diet food.
When you told me that story, like 2 days... Well, it wasn't the whole in-depth one, but I like remembered when I was a kid in school. Mm-hmm. And there was like a season. It was like a 3-month thing where like the lunch... There was something with lunch that I didn't like. I can't remember it vividly, it was so long ago. But
Right.
there was something with lunch I didn't like. And I just, like, I remember always going in to the nurse's office. And, like, she let me nap on, like, one of the...
Cots or beds.
Yeah. And it was just because I didn't like... I think I was probably... There was a kid picking on me or something. And, like, she
That's
just
what I
could
was
see
thinking
that.
as you were saying that.
She could see that, and then I would just, like... I had, like, a memory of just, like, being small and looking around, like, this is relaxing. And then, man, kids, if any way to not confront a situation, they'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least that's how I was.
I just something behind. Go on to class. We ain't, no.
Deal with it. Whatever it is.
Cough, blow your nose, wash your hands, go back to class.
Yeah.
No, Pookie. Yeah. And then, bless his heart. But anyways, I just thought I'd throw it out there with that little, because I thought that was
good.
just some BS. But
That was like, that was awesome shit. As opposed to BF.
But his damn nurse. No, I didn't. Does not anybody hear how this doesn't sound? Because I even tell him, even if he throws up, no, send him back to class. The boy got anxiety. Of course he's going to throw up a few times. That's just the way it is. He'll never go to class then. He's just going to throw up all the time. Or he'd be like, I got to poop. I was like, yeah, that's an anxiety. Because I don't know.
Pooping's anxiety?
My nieces and nephews, I can tell when their anxiety starts to raise up.
Because it stinks?
Yeah, because they got to poop. They always got to poop to say, I got some poop. So dude, tell me a little bit about that sit on this.
Well, this is, I like this new introduction of what this is, but this is like an outro. That's like we start it with the other quote thing, and then outroing it.
I love how you like tell the whole docket of what we got going on. You're like,
Well,
this
like,
is the intro,
I like
this is the
to-
docket. Like they couldn't figure out where beginning and ending.
Live transparently.
I mean, that's
With
why
what?
the books in the that's why the books in the Bible are named Genesis
Positive
and Revelation.
intentions, right?
Magically delicious.
This is by Anna Akamantova. Akamantova. I butchered that, but this
What
is called.
book is it coming from?
The Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. This is Keep Colors Wet. The quote is, I cannot tell if the day is ending or the world or if the secrets of secrets is inside me again. Pause. What I like about this part, though, is the quote he said about that quote, which it's kind of cool to me about books in general or self-help stuff, that they get that little quote and are able to, like,
Dissect it.
well, not even that, just articulate how they feel about that little blurb. You know what I mean? I don't know. But, moving on. The longer I live, the harder it is to discern between stronger emotions. They all spill into each other where they begin. The longer I go, though, the more I can tell, but the more I can tell between not feeling and feeling. For this is all that seems to matter. Not feeling puts me on the sideline, makes the world black and white, and me a dry shade of gray. Only feeling keeps me in the scene and keeps the colors wet. The other day was very wet. I went for groceries, and the old man packing bags was staring off. I knew by his heavy, slivery eyes that he was a widower, and just as he lifted my no-fat cottage cheese, he was seeing her floating somewhere before him, and the soda and the swordfish and the English muffins were piling up as his black belt kept moving. I gently took the cottage cheese from his hand, and he returned, looking at me, a bit dizzy to still be here. I've worked so long and hard to be able to feel my way into the lives of others, only to realize we are all this way. And it is not just sad, it is more than sad. It is the ground of heart where we all meet. Sometimes the skin of mind is torn, and we are no longer separate beings. When the talking's done, we become still proofs of love. I left the store that day feeling more than one heart should, and couldn't tell if I was in trouble or on holy ground.
I don't see the world in black and white. I see it in gray.
Well, wait. Keep the colors wet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Black and gray, wet, gray. Well, black and white, gray. Black and white, wet, gray.
Yes. Especially when they mix.
Yeah.
That's how I see the world.
I love that. That's a really good quote. I like that.
Do you see the world in gray, black, and white? Gray or black or white?
No, it's gray. Always. I think,
Have full.
yeah. You got to be positive. And even, like, if somebody else views it in black and white and they just don't know the scale. There's a scale for everything. You got to think about just somebody's going through something where their only option is to do the thing that you think is either black or white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's the only option for them. So for me to sit here and think everything that is that way, and there's no scale of situations that make stuff gray, or scale of environment that helps make a situation gray, who am I to be the ruler of the universe and not think something out there's going on that probably shouldn't be, but I can't control?
Word.
I think I summed that up a little bit. I was thinking on that when I was dreaming.
Dreaming? You only, slept a couple of hours. I don't know when you had.
Yeah, that's when I have the dreams. When I sleep a very short amount of time. I'd be sleeping, though. I'll take a nap.
You probably will.
I definitely will.
I'm a party like a rock star.
Party like a rock star. All right. Everybody, thank you for joining us on this wonderful
Saturday.
September. I almost said August.
September.
Thank you for joining us on this wonderful September day. Anna?
Yes. And I hope you guys have a fruitful
Wonderful,
day
blessed.
and be positive and be happy. Even
Wow,
if
this was like the positivity jerk off session. Like we're just sitting here talking about.
I mean, we might as well be. I mean, what else are we gonna do? I
Well,
mean,
like if you
get,
were looking at the view we have, we really have no other choice but to be positive.
yeah,
so.
it's just green and blue,
Green and
and a
blue.
big turd in the middle of the ground. But
Man,
green.
Dang, she really didn't pick it up. You're right. That knee replacement got to old Susie
Well, hopefully,
Lee.
your neighbor, another neighbor, will probably walk in, step in it, and it'll get picked up because it'll
I'm
be
not
on the
picking
bottom
up.
of their shoe.
But
I'm not picking up anyone else's dog doo-doo.
I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us.
Eat and live well.
Exactly.
And we out. You should probably fix your settings. But, hey, tomato.